Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. I don't always tell you what you want to hear, but I tell you what you need to hear to make informed decisions. And guys, this is the biggest opportunity in history, and you need to hear me out in this video. So I'm going to give you a lot of alpha, and we're going to talk about what's going on in the big picture of crypto. We're going to talk about where Bitcoin is, the relationship of Bitcoin and the market and altcoins. We're going to talk about, the big flippening that Wall Street has planned, and they've had this plan forever. No one ever talks about it. I'm going to bring that to your attention, and then I'm going to tell you what I think is the most conservative, best altcoin to play this bounce when it comes. Because guys, I can't be more bullish. Long term, can't be more bullish. However, it's going to be brutal. It's a big boys game. Wall Street is here now. And if you think that the markets are being manipulated, they are. That's the game. You've got the foundation people trying to manipulate crypto. You've got the early investors. You've got the developers. You've got the influencers. You've got the insiders on Wall Street. You have Wall Street. You got the hedge fund. Guys, this is a big boys game. You're going to have to put your big girl panties on and get ready to get educated and have a game plan if you think you're going to win. Because I'm here to tell you, and I say this with love, and people don't like this. This video won't get hardly any of the views of me just telling you what you want to hear. But I'm here to help the people that actually want to be successful and take their money serious. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. So hit that like button and let's dive into it. Now we're also going to take a look at a chart that you really need to understand. And guys, whether I said this before or not, this may not make you the most money, but it will save you from losing your tail. And I really believe it'll set you up to make better decisions, not just today or tomorrow, but for your entire crypto career. I truly believe that. Hit that like button. All right. Now, I want to bring one thing to your attention that I harp on for the last 2.5 years, and that's taking profits. Now, I want you to look at something right here. See this video? It says, don't hodl, sell like the whales. Now, that video was 3 weeks ago. Now, I'm not trying to give you financial advice, but I personally only invest bull run to bull run outside of my Bitcoin. As far as Bitcoin goes, never sell your Bitcoin. I agree with Michael Saylor. However, I want you to think about something if you don't agree with that. In this video, I talk about taking profits. You need to have a game plan, and I've mentioned over and over that we're probably going to have 7 to 9 major pullbacks in this bull run. I said that 6-7 months ago. Well, depending on how you're calculating, just this year, this is probably the third pullback. That's substantial. If nothing else, it's the second one. It depends on what you think a big pullback is. But that's going to keep happening. And in that video, I talk about, guys, if you put in, say, $10,000, and I get that you think, oh, it's still early, and this altcoin, whatever it is going to do a 10x or a 20x. Well, guys, if it does a 3x or a 4x, why not take out your initial investment, right? But I want you to think about this. I made this video 3 weeks ago. Now I want you to, no matter who you are watching this, how would you feel if you would have just cleared out your portfolio, everything except Bitcoin 3 weeks ago? Probably pretty happy. And then you have all that money on the side. Now I'm not teaching you that or trying to convince you to do that. But, for the average person, if you got, say, 10, 15, 20 tokens, the odds are 3 weeks ago, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 10 of them were ripping pretty good. Did you take any profits? What if you just took a fat handful? Like if you had a project that you put, $10,000 in and you're sitting on like 30 or 40, why not take out 10? Now you'd have all that money in altcoins and you wouldn't be sweating this. For whatever that's worth, something to think about. Now, I did a video, actually one of my last videos, and I showed 3 or 4 charts just like this one. I talked about Bitcoin dominance and things like that. And you should watch that video. If you like this video, do 2 things. Hit the like button and watch that video. I'll leave at the end. But I want you to understand why it's important to take profits. And if this doesn't clarify it for you, I don't know what will. I want you to look, guys, where we were in, what was that, April, the end of April. The odds are your portfolio was doing tremendous. Now, people that have the philosophy of taking profits, well, they were taking profits, guys. And I want you to look from here to there is about $75+ billion that people pulled out of the crypto market. And it's going down as we speak. What chart this is called others. And you can go to TradingView. It's all the altcoins excluding the top 10 tokens, including Bitcoin. Well, they have just been bleeding. And it doesn't look like the bottom is in. So, guys, the odds are just from this chart, and it could change tomorrow, that we're going lower and people are going to capitulate. See, not all of it is profits. Some people bought up in here and couldn't take the heat and they dumped. And then some of it obviously was profits as well. Depends on where you sit. Well, that gets into why it's so important to have a game plan and have conviction. When you buy a project, this is one thing I teach in my coaching program. When you buy a project, have a game plan. You're not going to fall for the FUD and you're not going to fall for the FOMO. You're going to buy a project. Right? When you buy a project, look, it can only go up, down, or sideways. What changed? Why did you buy it? Well, stick to your game plan. Anyway, we'll talk about my coaching at the end. Now, all right, right now, I truly believe Bitcoin is going to go lower. And I think Wall Street wants to capitulate altcoins. Now, hear me out, because I've been talking about this for a couple of years now, and I've never heard anyone talk about it. But I think Wall Street has I know Wall Street has a plan, which I call the Great Flippening. Now, hear me out. Wall Street has never been behind the 8 ball in the history of Wall Street. There's never been a product, there's never been an asset or anything that Wall Street didn't front run. They normally create the technology or the real estate boom or the oil boom or whatever. And by the time retail gets in there, no matter what asset class is, you're pumping Wall Street's bags. And that's normally toward the end. This is the first time in history that average people, just normal people, retail people, are front running Wall Street, right? If you bought Bitcoin 5 years ago, 10 years ago, even in the last bull run when it was crashing, you are front running and have front ran Wall Street. They do not like that. So when they created that ETF, you're here and they're pumping your bags. Well, Wall Street doesn't like that. And so what they're going to do, no matter what, whether they can do it in this bull run or the next, they're going to get to the point where retail pumps Wall Street bags. I almost guarantee you it will happen. It's not financial advice, but just think about it, guys. So I believe that right now, Wall Street is just going to keep pumping money into Bitcoin, and then they're going to roll into Ethereum. And they're just going to leave altcoins alone. Now, that being said, guys, you got hedge fund managers You've got some of the best traders on the planet, from the currency world, from the gold and silver world, from Wall Street. They're all moving into crypto. So they may roll in and out of these projects, and they can pump. Think about it, guys. Hedge funds have, $5 billion to play with. They can pick any token and move that market. And they know how you're going to react. And they know that if they roll in, I'm just going to say Caspa. I love Caspa. And I'm going to do another video on Caspa. But I'm just going to use that as an example. If they roll into Caspa tomorrow and they send Caspa to 35 cents, and they did that with their 10 million, 20 million, 50 million dollars, they know that every influencer, every retail person is just going to start hyping up Caspa, right? Well, once it gets hyped up enough, they start taking their profit, taking their profit, taking their profit. Well, then fast forward 30 days, 90 days, hell, 1 day, depends on how fast retail rolls in, it's already back to 15 cents. And people are wondering what happened. Well, that's the big boy game. Guys, this is man to man manipulation. People, Wall Street, these hedge fund guys, the more advanced people, the highly educated people, and I'm not ragging on any of you. I mean, this happens to me. I'm competing just like you do. Is they have tools. They have bull call spreads. They have, they can buy calls and short the market. They can go long and buy puts, right? They have 100 strategies and market manipulator and inside information to take money away from you. And I know this all sounds negative, but I just want you to understand it and pay attention. Wall Street and the big smart money, they have tools to make money when crypto goes up and crypto goes down. Like you might be thinking, why would I sell my Caspa in that example? Caspa's going up. Well, if you put $10 million into Caspa and that started moving Caspa up, and now you made a 2x, and if you pull out, now it's $30,000 or $30 million. If I pull my 30 million, I know it's going to crash or at least pull back substantially. Well, I can take, $500,000 and I can buy puts. That means I can make money when the market goes down. So when I just pull my profits, what happens to Caspa? It goes down. They make money when they took their profits, and then it goes down. And guess what? The odds are the average retail person cut their losses, and now Caspa keeps going down, and they can do it again and again. So the point of all that is, guys, you have to understand, take your profits or you become the profits. Crypto are not like stocks, and the market is not going to keep going up. It's not one big green candle. Let's say Caspa gets to $2, and it could. But if it does, right now, last I checked, it was at like 14 cents. It'll go from 14 cents to 17 cents to 15 cents to 22 cents to 20 cents to 27 cents. And you understand what I'm saying. And it's going to keep going back. And if it pumps high enough, it'll go from $1 back to 62 cents just to wash out the people that don't sell or that are hard to sell, but eventually they'll sell. And then if it gets to $2, you can bet the smart money. You can bet I won't own Caspa at $2 because I would have sold way before that. But the smart money is not going to turn $100 million into $1 billion in Caspa and ride that through the bear market. They're going to take their profits. So everything, and I mean everything outside of Bitcoin has a chance, it's going to crash 75 to 99%. And a lot of these projects, most of these projects are not even going to come back for the bull run. Now, I know I'm rambling on, but anyway, I want to clarify what this video was all about. I truly believe that Bitcoin is going to keep going down. It's probably going to range from 60, maybe 55 to 70 for the next couple of months. I believe that Ethereum is going to lead this bounce. And as a rule, if you've looked at any of the history, and history doesn't necessarily repeat, but it normally rhymes, you got Bitcoin, and then they take their profits out of Bitcoin and they throw it into Ethereum. Then they take those profits out of Ethereum and they throw them into the other blue chips, and then they throw them into the altcoins. That's just kind of normally how the money rotates. But this season has been totally different. We got a new all-time high pre-halving that freaked us all out, caught me off guard. But now the market's acting kind of the same. Well, guys, you have Wall Street here now, and Wall Street knows how you think. That leads me to another point, guys, you have to understand if you're a trader. When I read this chart, and anyone that knows how to read charts are all going to read it the same. Well, Wall Street understands exactly what you think if X happens, right? If that was a breakout, they're going to go, well, retail's going to jump in and buy it right here, or retail's going to short right here. Well, guys, they're going to take their market, manipulate it, run those stops, knock out those people, then they'll run these stops, and then they'll take it to the moon. Where, believe it or not, guys, in crypto, especially trading on leverage, you could take two people, let's just say Bitcoin, and it's trading at 65,000. I buy it at 65,000 to go long on a trade. You short it, which makes money going down at 65,000 on a trade. And no matter which way it goes, we both end up losing money. And you're like, how is that possible? Well, that's called manipulation, and the smart money understands that you are a small fish, and they can push you around. They'll run your stops, knock out one guy, then they'll go the other way, knock out the other guy. It's just straight manipulation. So anyway, guys, I know I'm rambling, but I really want you to understand a couple of things. Get a game plan, right? No matter what that is, and stick to it. And take your profits, or you'll become the profits. And one other thing is, remember this, guys. If you're tribal and someone in your tribe pulls out $1 million or $10 million or $100 million, like some of these foundations do, that came out of your pocket, right? It's everything about crypto is man to man. There's one pie in your ecosystem. Pick your favorite. Let's use Caspa. And I love Caspa. But if I pull out $1 million and you pull out $1 million out of Caspa, that means thousands of people had to pay for us to make that $2 million profit. That, for the life of me, I can't understand why some of these most tribal cryptos, and I won't mention them, how when they see the foundations or the companies that own those tokens or that support those tokens, when they pull out billions of dollars, or when they basically dump on their community, how the community is all positive, woohoo, right? Because if they pull out $1 billion, do you know how many people it takes, an average person in crypto, to support a foundation, no matter what foundation or what company that is? If they pull out, if they dumped a billion with a B tokens, that means almost half the average retail had to get wrecked for them to make that profit. You need to understand that game. Anyway, guys, I know I'm rambling, but I'm telling you, the great flipping is going to happen. Wall Street is going to beat us up, get you to capitulate, and then they are going to front run it. So therefore, right now, if you're watching this video, there's a good chance you have front running Wall Street, especially if you've been an investor pre the spot ETFs. Well, they are going to try to switch that. And if they stay out of altcoins for the next, say, 90 days, and altcoins just keep drifting lower, most people are going to capitulate, and then Wall Street are going to step in, and they're going to pick the winners and losers, and they're going to buy those winners and losers at the bottom. You got to understand that, guys. Anyway, hopefully that gave you some alpha. Let me know what you think in the comments section. But either way, come back and be part of this community and hit that like button.